Now a bit of a postscript to the last match. After the Fighting Taylor boys were leaving the ring.
Introducing first, from Paducah, Kentucky, weighing in at 160 pounds, Ricochet!
As the Fighting Taylor boys were leaving the ring, Chuck Taylor took Johnny Goodtime's power pad and threw it on the ground and stomped on it. The exact function it was made for. El Generico, Pro Wrestling Guerrilla mainstay, former Pro Wrestling Guerrilla World Champion, World Tag Team Champion, a man from south of the border, but Ricochet, he's also from the south. He likes the girls with big butts and gold in their mouth. You know, he lives on a dirt road in a dirty house. But if you leave the door open, his moms will cuss you out. Ladies and gentlemen, Ricochet. He's got a big dog in his front yard. And you best believe that bitch bites hard. He's got a granddaddy that thinks he's Joe Clark. But that's just how they do it around his parts. And so that is exactly what El Generico has to contend with in this match. But Ricochet has to contend with one of the most beloved wrestlers in Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, in all of professional wrestling, and the only man to ever hold the double crown, the Tag Team Championship and the World Championship simultaneously, and he's done it twice. So if Ricochet, with the lessons of his tough upbringing, can prevail over El Generico, then he will have truly made it in the world of professional wrestling. The fans not chanting Olay, they're chanting O'Shea for Ricochet. But don't call him Harp. That is a racist term for the Irish. Very interesting crowd dynamic. This match has not really gotten underway. Collar and elbow tie-up. El Generico with the weight, height, and strength advantage over Ricochet, backing him into the corner. Patrick Hernandez separating the two men. Clean break. No clean break. As El Generico saying, "What's up, Ricochet?" El Generico, I think he wants Ricochet to stay out of Reseda. You know, it is important to point out, though, that Ricochet is a huge El Generico fan. This is the first time either of these two men have met in a professional wrestling ring in singles competition. And so, I mean, this is a dream come true for Ricochet. But then to have the opportunity to prevail over one of your professional wrestling idols, and a man who currently co-holds the Pro Wrestling Guerrilla World Tag Team Championship, I mean, Ricochet's stock in Pro Wrestling Guerrilla could only skyrocket from that, from a victory, or not even a victory, from a good showing here with El Generico. If things stay competitive for Ricochet, if he does not get blown out of the water, then I think, he will have made, if there are any Ricochet doubters in the house right now, he will have made them believers. But, if we knew what was going to happen, they wouldn't have to wrestle the matches. So it remains to be seen as El Generico has that deep hammerlock applied, driving Ricochet, bringing him down. You can hear the buzzing. The swarm, the pod or the swarm, is present here in Reseda, even though Paul London is not. And Ricochet, he's feeding off the energy of the crowd, getting the O'Shea. El Generico adjusting that elbow pad. And those aren't worn purely for protection. El Generico has had some minor elbow troubles in the past. I mean, nothing major, but still something that very well could be aggravated by Ricochet working over that left arm. Generico with the side headlock applied, but Ricochet fighting out of it. Sends him off to the ropes. Shoulder tackle, though, reversed by Ricochet. Ricochet springs up and over! And takes Generico down and out in Granada Hills. If you know your San Fernando Valley geography, ladies and gentlemen, that is a very funny joke. If not, Google Maps it. Ricochet just threw El Generico for a loop, and Generico is on the floor composing himself, collecting his thoughts, and this is not a position you ever see El Generico in. El Generico apparently part of Raiders Nation, wearing the colors, even though he is closer to the San Diego Chargers at his home in Tijuana, Mexico. But believe it or not, El Generico, big Montreal Alouettes fan, and he does watch football, which is not often. Strange how that works out. El Generico, big fans of the Montreal Canadiens, the Habitants, if you will. It's not apropos of nothing, but I just thought I'd throw that out there. Show how diverse El Generico is. Man from Tijuana, Mexico, loves ice hockey. Can't imagine how that ever happened, as he is wrenching the ankle of Ricochet away from his body, though Ricochet using El Generico's mask to pull himself back up to his feet. Ricochet lands on his feet, though, after Generico flipped him over but caught a boot to the breadbasket. Ricochet comes off, counters the hip toss, hits him with a chop. Now Ricochet up and over the top, arm drag Generico down. This is usually Generico's territory, as he is getting out-lucha'd by Ricochet. Went for the haluva kick. Ricochet caught it, rolled him through, and caught him with the leg lariat. 1, 2. El Generico is getting out-quicked and out-wrestled by Ricochet. When was the last time that ever happened in a pro wrestling guerrilla ring or otherwise? Now I think Generico trying to take advantage of his power advantage a little bit more by firing in some shots, using his extra weight to reverse Ricochet, but Ricochet swept out the legs of El Generico, caught him with that beautiful moonsault press, only gets a 2 count. I thought Ricochet was pounding the mat in frustration, but I think he was just trying to get the crowd up to bring them to his level, because he knows he's going to need the full support of the crowd to put away somebody like El Generico. Huge Quebradora, and Generico looks lost. It's the first time I've ever seen El Generico look lost in a professional wrestling ring. Hesitated for too long. Ricochet kicks out at 1. Fans chanting "No me gusta." Big Spanish-speaking contingent here in Reseda, or perhaps Spanish 101 contingent. I'm not sure if I've told this on commentary. Oh! Generico going for the brainbuster. No, snap suplex. Oh! We are seeing a very different El Generico in this matchup. Wow. Unbridled intensity from El Generico. I mean, usually, well, I guess, unbridled aggression from El Generico. The story I was going to tell is that in my high school Spanish class, the textbook for Under Me Gusta showed a man eating a cake, possibly a slice of pie or a piece of flan, I'm not sure. However, for No Me Gusta, it showed Godzilla attacking Tokyo. So there's a very clear definition of what Me Gusta and No Me Gusta was. Oh, look at this. The Andre the Giant style tie up! And the haluva kick sent Ricochet up and over the top to the outside. Generico just destroyed the face of Ricochet. A 50-50 split from the fans here in Reseda, though. Half chanting Olay, half chanting O'Shea. Now Ricochet eats an elbow on the outside from El Generico. Generico is, you know what, this is highly reminiscent of the change, a headbutt from El Generico, the change that happened with Jushin Thunder Liger in his career. He went from being the scrappy underdog from look at this El Generico. He's picked up a pitcher of beer and he's looking to strike Ricochet with it, and he thought better of it. That would have been, I think, a corner that El Generico would have turned and possibly not come back from. And Generico from almost a seated position from Ricochet. But, I mean, you think about Jushin Thunder Liger's career. I mean, he went from being the scrappy underdog, the high flyer, to being the aggressor, to being the man that would just grind out his opponents. We saw Generico's match with Jushin Thunder Liger at Wrestle Reunion earlier in 2010, available on DVD at ProWrestlingGuerrilla.com. We saw Jushin Thunder Liger not afraid to use his power to his advantage, to use his aggression. And that was exactly what El Generico was doing right up until he had that crisis of conscience, until he picked up that pitcher, that empty beer pitcher, and was contemplating striking Ricochet with it. Ricochet! Oh! No hands over the top rope, over the top turnbuckle, and he's still alive. Meteora! 1, 2, no! Generico gets his shoulder up. Unbelievable! Ricochet goes for the swinging DDT. He stalled a little bit. Shooting star press. 1, 2, no! El Generico is in jeopardy. One of the most highly decorated competitors here in Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. He is in jeopardy of losing to a man who is in his only third match in Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. Ricochet lands on his feet. Generico reverses. Blue Thunder Bomb. 1, 2, no. The Blue Thunder Bomb only gets El Generico 2 3/4. El Generico taking this time to soak up the adulation of the crowd, but also to recuperate a little bit. That Blue Thunder Bomb was desperation because, I mean, he just ate a lot of punishment. Jumping knee caught Generico right underneath the chin. Midget Nova Driver. 1, 2, no. Ricochet kicked out, and Generico drove him down hard with that one. The fans chanting for the orphans for El Generico. Do not forget about Los Angelitos de El Generico and Espacio, his orphanage in conjunction with Paul London for all the space orphans. Generico going up to the top, going up to the far corner. Ricochet steps up. Orcarana. 1, 2, no. Ricochet sprung up with cat-like agility to take El Generico down off the top rope back into the ring. And now Generico, he is hanging in the corner and hanging on by a thread. as Ricochet is taking the fight directly to Generico. Oh! Haluva kick! Roll up, 1, 2, no! Ricochet had the presence of mind to counter the brainbuster after the Haluva kick. But Generico's still feeling the effects from that super work on Rana. Pat Hernandez telling both men that was a 2 count. Ricochet pulling himself back up to his feet. Generico back up to his feet as well. Exploder in the corner. Tiger suplex 85. 1, 2, no. Ricochet had the presence of mind to kick out of the half and half. And you can see he's cycling his legs, trying to get some blood pumping in his body. He's gonna need it if he hopes to prevail over the generic luchador El Generico. Generico picking Ricochet back up to his feet. I think he's got to go to the turnbuckle with this one. Ricochet has proven to be far too resilient. Oh, he's not going for the turnbuckle brainbuster. Oh my God, avalanche Tiger suplex 85. Ricochet fighting his way out of it. Ricochet, oh! Gets shoved off. Generico, he's got him captured. Both arms are hooked. Fighting out of it again is Ricochet. Phoenix Splash, 1, 2, no! The Phoenix Splash was not enough to put away El Generico. What more does Ricochet have in his arsenal? What could he possibly throw at El Generico to put him away? The only man to hold the double crown in Pro Wrestling Guerrilla twice. Generico fighting up, grabs onto the left leg of Ricochet, but Ricochet kicks him in the head a couple of times, goes for the running Haluva kick. But Ricochet caught him with a roundhouse to the head. Elbow catches Ricochet underneath the chin. Generico! He's got Ricochet up. Reverse, Ricochet lands on his feet. Rolls through. Ricochet. Back flipping bicycle kick. With a cannonball 630-degree splash has defeated El Generico. Unbelievable. Great show of sportsmanship from Ricochet, but El Generico, he shoved off Ricochet. This very well could be a turning point in El Generico's career. He has never been on the wrong side of the fans' affection here in Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. And depending on how he reacts to Ricochet, could set the course of his career. And Generico does the right thing, shaking the hand of your winner, Ricochet.